on this tour?
It's been awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, a lot of big crowds, and people have been reacting to us in a very positive manner. So,
do you find it, because I saw, did you guys go on tour with Orgy?
No, Mushroomhead.
Not Orgy?
No.
Never ever?
No.
Okay. I saw you here.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
All right.
All right.
It's in the same building.
All
Nick
right.
sells his tacos, but
But do you find it, all right, with Mushroomhead versus this, do you find it, like, different touring-wise?
It's definitely a different tour. Mushroomhead fans are definitely different than Powerman fans. As far as, when people are coming out for the Mushroomhead show, they've got that cult following. There's people, there's diehards and stuff. Like, not to say that Powerman doesn't have diehards and stuff like that. But a lot of those Mushroomhead fans would come in and they would just spend all their money on that Mushroomhead merch. And it's like, so it was hard to sell merch on that tour, but it was a very positive tour for us because we were in front of a lot of people that had never seen us before, and it was really awesome. It directly affected like our online streams and everything like that. So people went back and digested our music a little bit afterwards. Whereas on this one, everybody's coming in and they're buying a little bit of everything from every band. So so this tour has been a little bit easier to sell merch on. Let's put it that way. So that's the only reason that they're different. But like I said, great crowds on both tours. Most of the people that we've met have been really receptive to everything that we've been doing.
Now, do you find that people are knowing you now before you guys are going on, or are you still winning over people?
We go back to a lot of the same markets that we've been.
Okay.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple that we hadn't been to on this run, which is great.
Yeah.
It's always it's good to go in and meet some new people and everything like that. But it's great. We're at this is our second time being at this place, and we've already got people here to see us and stuff like, which is it makes us feel great.
Yeah, we've been noticing with the last two singles that went to radio that there's certain places that we haven't been to yet where we show up and people actually singing those words back.
Sweet.
From hearing the song on the radio and actually checking us out and stuff.
Well,
so
I said, really cool. Even when I'm posting stuff now, people already know who you are, so it's kind of cool to see it.
Yeah, it's forward progress.
One foot in front of the other.
Forward progress. It was awesome going back out to Wisconsin this last time, and half the crowd had VYCES stuff on when we came walking in, and it was like,
yay!
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. It's a good feeling. That's something that'll never get lost on us. It's like, it means a lot to us. Being able to connect with people on that level, where they're going to go out and represent you, that's huge.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's like, and then the people coming out and like, the few times that people know the words to our songs, I'm able to turn the mic around. It's like one of those things. Just like kind of gives you chills. I always turn around and look at him. I'm like,
it's one of those things we always talked about starting the band. Dave and I wanted to be in a band for 10 years before we even got into a band together. Just about, so getting in a group together and working together. And Dave's a really good songwriter and lyricist, and a lot of people have connected with that, and we always talked about that's going to be the day when we see that, and every time it happens he'll look back and give me that look, and it's just like, it's exciting.
It's awesome, man. It's
exciting,
a cool feeling, and people like,
and the people like it.
That's that's like such a
it's only going to get better now, right?
Keep working,
Yeah, we're going to keep doing it.
All right, so this is what I usually do. I usually research you guys, and I find things that nobody asks, but all your interviews, people are asking the things I want to fucking ask. So you might get the same questions, so I'm sorry. But I wanted to know, not who got you into music, but do you guys remember, like, what it was that made you realize I could do this? Like, not like a band, but was there a time when you were younger? Did you have family that was into music that kind of pushed it on you? Or was it just something that you were like, I can create this?
I've always been a creative person, so, as far as like art, I'm a very visual person, and with music, I like expressing myself in different ways. And so that's always been something that has been, for me, like a thing that I wanted to do. It's the only thing that ever made me really happy, and the thing is, I'm also one of those guys that I don't take no for an answer. So if I want something, I'm going to go try and I'm going to do everything. I'm going to go down in flames to make it happen, because I don't want to work in a bar. I don't want to work in a thing for the rest of my life. I want to do something that's meaningful to me, because at the end of the day, I don't care how hard I have to work every single day, how many hours I have to put in the studio, how many going on tour, you know, and being gone and just doing the work every day, you know. Being on tour is a 14-hour day for us, you know, every day. But you know what? I love it. And there's a difference between liking something and loving it. So if you love it, then you got to go for it, you know. So the moment that I remember, my dad's the one who got me into music. You know, when I would wait for him to come home from work, and we would watch MTV, you know, and that was the fucking coolest thing in the world because I was able to like, you know, I could see it. I could see that right in front of me. I'm like, that's awesome, you know, and it was powerful and it was cool, and you know, now you get to combine, you know, music with the visual aspect of stuff. So it just changed everything, you know. You could actually see stuff in your home, you know what I mean? So, and then going into my first concert was by, you know, not going with my parents somewhere, but like getting dropped off the amphitheater. We went to go see Metallica, Danzig, and Suicidal Tendencies, and that was when it was just like, gotta do that. I gotta do that. I want to do that. So.
I grew up around entertainers. My dad's a jazz musician. My mom's a dancer, so I kind of grew up around rehearsals and auditions and things like that. But it was mainly listening to like jazz and pop music growing up, you know. But it wasn't until I discovered Motley Crue where I was just kind of like, same thing, MTV, you know, where it was just kind of like, you know, all of a sudden I was just like, what is that? You know, I'd never heard like guitars like that. I'd never heard a sound like that. I'd never seen pyro like that.
Right.
And so my first show wound up being Motley Crue, and then after that, I told my mom that night, I was like, that's it. That's what I'm doing. I've been after it ever since, you know. So.
Okay. Now, were you born and raised in LA?
No, born and raised in Orlando, Florida.
Oh.
And then I moved to Los Angeles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you born and raised in Chicago?
Yep, and I live in Chicago still.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
My life's a commute.
Yeah. Pretty much,
All around the country.
Yeah.
All right. So now, do we have a new member that came in? Is Eric new?
Andrew?
Andrew?
I'm sorry, Andrew. Yes.
It's all right.
Andrew, Andrew actually came in right when we started touring.
Okay.
You know, we were playing with...
But he didn't write for the first EP or
We-
anything like that?
No. We worked on a lot of the stuff with our producer, Augustus Grinds.
Okay.
And Sean and Dave and I and Gus. And then Mark came in from Breaking Benjamin and worked with us for a while. Once it came down to touring, then it was, you know, Mark didn't really want to go out and tour at the time. So, you know, I called Andrew, who I'd played in the band with before, and he jumped right in and sold his business and jumped in the van and took off with us, you know.
Just the fact that, you know, he did the first tour as a favor, and then all of a sudden, you know, so we wanted to, you know, see if we could be in a van with him, you know, like, you gotta go on tour, you know. He literally within 2 weeks jumped in a van with 3 total strangers. We could have been total psycho.
He didn't know anyone but me, you know.
You know, the street, you know, it's like, you know, so like, who knows, you know, but you know, he fit right in. He was willing to do whatever he was. He came in as a yes man. He came in with a positive attitude, which is exactly what we needed at that point, because going on your first tour is so stressful, just because then you start working out all the stuff. And like now, like we just pack up and we go, and we know what we're going to be doing. But Andrew coming in, and then after that tour, you know, we asked him, like, do you want to be a part of this? You know, he said yes, and he sold his business.
That's
he sold
crazy.
his portion of the business. Yeah, it's totally
I mean, that's
crazy. And
awesome.
he had just started that.
Yeah.
He sold all of his bass gear.
Yeah.
So it just that commitment right there. I mean, it's giving me chills right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like you can't find that.
Right.
And you know what? He's such a hard worker, and he's got such a great attitude. He's got so much to offer, and like he's a phenomenal singer too. So he really complements everything I'm doing vocally, which makes it just so much bigger. So, you know, Andrew coming in was A, it was clutch, and B, we got really lucky with how awesome of a human being he is. Yeah. So.
I kind of feel that way too with like everybody, you know, everyone in the band's a hard worker. Everyone's good people, you know, and everyone does their job. No one walks in the room like an eye guy. It's always about the project. It's always about the band and what we're doing. And that's why I feel like it runs as smooth as it does. You know, even when we hit our bumps, they're minor compared to what most bands hit.
Right.
You know, I mean, the next day it's like, sorry, dude, and it's like, cool, and we're off. Okay, we want to move the thing. You know what I mean? It's not like
live
that.
on top of each other. Sometimes we're tired. Sometimes we're crabby. But, you know, at the end of the
we
day,
always take care of each other.
It's like a relationship.
It is.
So,
it really
I
is.
mean,
it really is. But you know, we're all very lucky. You know.
Now, do you guys find it too? I mean, you guys took a lot of time before you threw stuff out. Like, you made sure the music was right and what you wanted, like your brand was legit before. But do you think that bands these days just want to get out so bad that they don't put that thought into it, and that's why a lot of people don't succeed because of that? Or
I mean, we took a different approach because we had been in bands for so long. Before that, you know, I mean, my last band I was in for almost 12 years, you know, and then when I realized that I could only go as far as I could with that band, that was crushing to me. So I really wanted to take my experience from that and take everything that I learned in that experience, coming out of the garage and then turning into a national band, signing a record deal. I wanted to alleviate as many hiccups as possible on the way, which is still, there's still time, but it's great, being in that situation where, I think bands today, I think they should take the time to really put it out, because like once you put it out, time's not on your side anymore. Now people are going to want more, people are going to want to see, you're going to want to evolve, and all of a sudden, we realized that on our first tour we needed a light show, because we were playing a lot of places that, we're really realistic about how big of a band we are. We understand if we're going to want a headline runner or we're going to do anything like that, we're not headliners. You know what I mean? Right now we want to be playing with bands that have these massive fan bases, so we can go out and play in front of people. On our first 2 tours, we got billed as a headliner, and we went out. We got paid well. I can't complain about that, and we were very lucky for that. Not a lot of bands come out of the gate at 10 shows in and get to go on tour. But we also realized that we were playing places that didn't necessarily have the biggest lighting show, and it wasn't impactful enough. So we went out and spent all this money on lights, and we had this killer light show now. So it's just like, once you're out there, now you realize I need all this stuff. I need all this stuff. I need all this stuff. So, trying to get all that stuff together before you put anything out, it looks so much bigger. The setup is so important. It's the boringest part, but it's the most important part. Right. You set anything up right, you're going to get more results. Right. And you're going to be happier with it. So, that would be, if I was giving advice to any new bands, that would be my just personal advice coming from me. But, I do think a lot of bands kind of rush stuff. They want to get stuff out. We got a new band. We got, 6 songs.
Right. Listen to us. Listen.
Yeah. But you know what? That's awesome. That's how everybody is. I get all excited. I just want to throw stuff on the internet and stuff, but it's just like I'm pinching myself.
Yeah, we have times we have something we're like, but just kind of chill.
We're sitting on 2 albums worth of music right now.
Well, I was gonna say, I heard you guys are putting out an EP, a new one.
Yeah, we gotta wait.
We're on hold right now. We're on hold.
But
is it called Angels?
It might. Who knows now?
Oh. Yeah, tentatively that's what we were going for, but there's some things going on that we have to do.
We've got some positive opportunities.
Oh, all right.
Happening in the works and in the background right now. Nothing we can talk about right now, but you know what? It's big enough to have us stop any sort of putting anything out just yet. So
I'll ask after. So no, you won't drop a new song out for.
I want to.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely want to, but it's just
so you're
time
sitting.
will tell, and we're just kind of
sitting on your hands.
We
pretty much.
Yeah, we got to go through all this. There's more people involved now.
Okay.
We've got our management, we've got our our radio guy, we've got the whole team makes decisions now, which is awesome. So me jumping the gun on anything is not. Or else there would be new music out right now. You know what I mean? I was ready to put out, because we ran out of CDs on the last tour, because the Mushroomhead fans, if they liked you, they wanted to just buy all your small stuff.
Right.
So we just ran out of all of our CDs, all of our dog tags, all that small stuff, which is great. It's a great problem to have.
Right.
But we didn't have any more music to sell anybody. So I was like, we got to either repress this, or we got to put out some of this new music, Or, we try to figure out stuff, and they're like, no, we got to hold on, and I'm like, you know what? But it's a team effort, it's a team decision, and we love it. You know what I mean? So,
and we trust the people we're working with. So we're in the same position where we were in the beginning, where we're develop our brand to put it out. This is a very crucial time right now too. So we're definitely trying to play all the cards right and do everything right, so that the next thing that VYCES puts out, people are just blown away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but you'll know.
The new stuff, though, can you answer this? How has it changed versus the old EP, or even for Thin Luck? Has it evolved even more, do you think?
It's always evolving.
Yeah,
it's always
evolving.
It's always.
Well, you're like a chameleon. Your voice, I'm like, dude, how does he do that? How does he do it?
I say the same thing.
Okay. Now, did you take vocal lessons?
I did take some vocal lessons.
Okay. Because it
more so for vocal, more so for learning how to warm up properly and cool down properly and take care of myself when I'm on the road. Because because I didn't want to, on this last stretch with Mushroom Man, we did 11 shows in a row, and that's like
You were burnt.
From New York all the way down to Texas. I mean, we're talking half the country.
it's all rest. It's all, it's just taking care of yourself, and we do that. So.
Well, and being in a van drive, it's not like you have a bus driver that can drive.
Right.
So it's crazy. All right. All right. So no, you can't talk about the music. It's okay. And you're not playing anything new, right? It's
we're playing new
songs tonight.
You're gonna hear about 1, 2, 3, 4 new songs tonight.
Oh, all right.
We tested out some new songs on the last tour that went over really well, and then we added them to this tour as well. So we're really excited about that.
Okay, cool. One question about lyrics, because I know you don't really like to interpret what the meaning. I mean, you will, but you don't want people. You want people to interpret lyrics yourself. When you guys go into work with Ron for videos, now a visual kind of gives an idea of what the song should be about, I would think. How do you guys kind of still keep it, or do you keep it kind of like for open imagination? Or
the videos, it's a totally separate animal than it is in the song. So with the video, I want to capture the visual of the song, but I'm not necessarily going for, just the total, like, exactly what the song's about. Like, I want to be like, okay, how do we make this really cool looking, and get our point across, but, you know what I mean?
Still keep it.
Yeah, like the Thin Luck video was more or less a horror video.
Yeah.
It's more artistic.
Yeah, it's like, so we take there's just 3 things that we separate everything. So our live show is one thing, our visual is one thing, and our audio is one thing. Like, so our songs are one thing. So we treat everything completely different. Okay. Yeah. So you got in the music video, you got about 3 minutes and 30 seconds to get your point across. So we're not one of those
videos that people are gonna want to. I didn't mean to cut them off, but like they're gonna want to watch it again.
And all of them keep getting better and better and better every single time. So
it's fun working with Ron. Because he totally, when I have an idea and I start talking to him on the phone, it's awesome because I literally had someone walk in the room one time and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Because it just sounded like 2 idiots talking to each other. It was like, we were just, because I was like it's like trying to describe a dream to somebody, like a really vivid, weird dream, and nobody understands what you're talking about. But he gets everything that's going on up here, and he even said straight to my face, he's like, that Nocturnal video, he goes, that was the first time I visioned exactly how it came out, and I go, me too. So we had connected on that level, and then the next video, same thing. So now I gotta come up with some idea to beat that last one, and then just throw it in Ron's ballpark. Be like, hey, I hope you can make this monster come out of the ocean, Ron. So I don't know. It's just like he never says no to me. He just thinks about how, and I like that about him, because he's not one of those. He's willing to do the work, and I love it because I think we both challenge each other.
You don't want someone when you're working with to put walls in front of you saying this is impossible.
Right.
Same with the producer, same with the manager, same with anything, because we're those type of guys that, this is what we want to do and we're going to do it. So we like to have people around us that can help us make that happen. It's in anything though.
I don't know if you're going to answer this one, but since you can't put new music out because something positive is happening, are you guys going on a label?
I can't.
Okay. All right.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
So you're still unsigned?
Yep.
We are
doing everything independently.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right. Biggest sacrifices being in this career that people might not think is a sacrifice, but it really is. Like, what is your biggest what have you sacrificed?
I don't get to spend time with my wife a lot, so it's about. That's my wife and my dog. Just not being around family. That's about it.
Yeah.
You think that's?
I'd say just about everything in my life, has definitely been sacrificed. But at the same time, I'm thankful for it, because when I'm around these guys, I'm around the family. I'm around, I miss my parents. I miss my brother. And friends back home. And we sacrifice everything from our finances to our hard work to our bodies to our everything, to our credit lines. Whatever we have to do. But at the end of the day, like for example, like last night, you go and you play a show like what happened last night, and I feel that connection with these guys on the stage. I felt that connection with the audience, and we were in such a good mood that it was like this is
Doesn't
what you do it
matter,
for.
yeah.
That one moment makes all these 100 other things, you know, that rattle around in your body go away for a little bit, you know, to where you can be like, this is why I do it, you know. And for that, I'm more than grateful, and I'm more than thankful for every decision, every good and bad decision I've ever made, because it's led us right here. So, you know, yeah.
Last question. If you guys, from what you've wrote so far as a band, think of a song and think of an artist that you would want, alive or dead, to cover your song.
David Bowie.
David Bowie? What song?
It'd be a song that we haven't released yet.
Oh,
So.
okay.
Yeah,
I like that.
it's the truth, but I mean,
And you, sir?
If I could have a band cover one of our songs,
Yep.
I'd say Pantera covering Nocturnal.
Ooh.
That would be a good one for me, because Phil can actually sing.
Yeah.
That song right now in my life has the most meaning as far as this band, me personally. So,
Okay.
and that band got me through a lot, you know, and this song kind of gets me through a lot that I'm going through right now. So if I could have those two intertwined, I mean, that would be like, that'd be it. I'd be like, all right, I'm done.
Right. Okay.
I can die now. So since it's that, I'm just never going to die.
All right. Hey, there you go. Anything else you guys want to add that we didn't hit upon that's
just
coming up?
there's new music on the way. There's new music on the way.
Yeah.
And just sit
Sit
tight.
tight.
Sit tight.
Yeah, sit tight, things will happen.
As soon as we can release something, I mean, you know, we're gonna definitely set that up and make it huge, because, you know, we're waiting for it, you know, and there's a lot of good material, and there's a lot of good stuff, and yeah, so just sit tight. There's music coming.
After this tour, you guys still on the road, or are you?
After this tour, we're
up in the air?
going to really dig into songwriting.
Okay.
So we're going to spend the next month and a half, 2 months songwriting. Possibly 3 months. And then,
Are you still going to be flying to them? Oh,
Dave's
jeez.
flying all over the place.
man. that's the difference.
Your air miles must be on
It's the
point.
difference between
He's all over it.
literally. Yeah.
He's all over it. But yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen us or heard of us, check us out at VYCESofficial.com. Same with all the social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You know, you can check us out on YouTube too. Go to Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, all the social media markets.
Everywhere.
We're everywhere. So definitely check us out.
Sweet.